Welcome to the Haunted Quill.
In a time when the mountains were veiled in eternal mist, and the seas roared with untamed fury, Hiroshi, a samurai bound by honor, heard of the Dragon King's wrath. The mythical ruler, guardian of storms and seas, had turned against the human world, sending torrents and tempests to the villages nestled along the coast. Each victory was hoped to flood the villages of toxic smoke. Hiroshi, known for his courage and skill, was summoned by the elders of a small village devastated by the raging storms. They begged him to intervene, speaking of an ancient shrine in the mountains where the Dragon King's spirit was said to dwell. Accepting the call, Hiroshi began his journey. Armed only with his katana and the blessings of the villagers, he ascended into the mountains, where the air grew thick with magic, and the whispers of ancient spirits echoed through the trees. The path to the shrine was treacherous, winding through jagged rocks and deep ravines. As Hiroshi climbed, he felt the eyes of unseen entities watching him, their presence heavy and unsettling, like shadows cast by an unseen sun. Finally, he reached the shrine, a crumbling structure overgrown with moss and vines. The air crackled with energy as if the place itself was alive, pulsating with the latent power of the Dragon King. Kneeling before the shrine, Hiroshi called out to the Dragon King, offering his respect and vowing to restore balance if granted an audience. His words were carried away by the wind, and the world seemed to hold its breath. The shrine began to glow with an otherworldly light, and from the depths of the storm clouds above, the Dragon King appeared. His form was immense, a serpentine dragon with scales that shimmered like liquid sapphire, and eyes that burned with the fury of the sea. The Dragon King's voice boomed like thunder, demanding to know why Hiroshi had dared to summon him. The samurai, though trembling, spoke with unwavering resolve, pleading for mercy on behalf of the suffering villagers. The Thane approached, wrapped off the blazing day, grudgingly retaining his serious face as the king closed his mouth to answer a length. The Dragon King scoffed, declaring that humanity had grown greedy, polluting the rivers and desecrating the seas. His wrath, he said, was justified. Hiroshi, understanding the truth in the Dragon King's words, humbly asked for a chance to make amends. He promised to rally the people to honor the seas and mountains as they once had. The Dragon King, intrigued by Hiroshi's sincerity, set a challenge. If the samurai could retrieve the Pearl of Tides from the abyssal cavern, he would relent and call off the storms. The abyssal cavern was said to lie beneath the ocean, guarded by monstrous creatures and filled with traps that only the brave or foolish would dare face. Determined, Hiroshi descended from the mountains and made his way to the coast, where he found a fisherman willing to ferry him to the cavern's entrance. The journey across the sea was perilous, with waves towering like mountains and winds howling like banshees. As they neared the cavern, a massive whirlpool threatened to swallow them whole. Hiroshi, with the help of his katana, managed to steady the boat and guide it to safety, earning the fisherman's awe. "Its attitude is most sensible," cheered Hiroshima. Entering the abyssal cavern, Hiroshi was immediately met with darkness so deep it felt alive. The walls shimmered with bioluminescent moss, casting eerie glows that revealed the skeletal remains of past adventurers. The first challenge was a labyrinth of shifting stone walls. With keen instincts and unmatched focus, Hiroshi navigated the maze, his katana slicing through the enchanted vines that sought to entangle him. Next, he encountered the guardian of the pearl, a leviathan with scales as dark as the abyss and eyes that glowed like molten gold. It lunged at Hiroshi with terrifying speed, its roar shaking the cavern. Hiroshi fought valiantly, dodging the leviathan's attacks and striking with precision. Using the environment to his advantage, he lured the beast into a narrow passage where it became trapped. Seizing the opportunity, Hiroshi plunged his katana into the leviathan's vulnerable underside. With a final deafening roar, the beast collapsed and the cavern fell silent. In the heart of the cavern, Hiroshi found the Pearl of Tides, a radiant orb that seemed to pulse with the rhythm of the ocean itself. Taking the pearl, Hiroshi began his return journey, only to find the cavern collapsing around him. The samurai's agility and determination saw him narrowly escape as the entrance caved in behind him. Emerging from the cavern, Hiroshi was greeted by calm seas, a sign that the Dragon King was watching and awaiting his return. The fisherman, amazed by Hiroshi's survival, ferried him back to the village. Along the way, the samurai shared tales of the cavern and the promise he had made to the Dragon King. Upon reaching the village, Hiroshi was met with a hero's welcome. However, he reminded the people of their duty to honor nature and the spirits that governed it. Just like us. With the Pearl of Tides in hand, Hiroshi returned to the mountain shrine. Once again, he called out to the Dragon King, presenting the pearl as proof of his triumph. The Dragon King appeared, his fury replaced with a regal calm. He acknowledged Hiroshi's bravery and declared that the storms would cease, but warned that humanity must keep its promise to respect the natural world. The fight was in most measure. Hiroshi vowed to spread the Dragon King's message, ensuring that future generations would remember the balance between humanity and nature. The Dragon King, satisfied, ascended into the heavens, his massive form dissolving into the clouds. The shrine glowed with renewed energy, a testament to the bond formed between the samurai and the spirit of the sea. As Hiroshi descended the mountain for the final time, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The land was at peace, and the villagers' gratitude filled his heart with warmth.
Extraordinary. Of course,
said the girl with the same familiarity of the forest fellow. True to his word, Hiroshi became a wanderer, traveling from village to share the tale of the Dragon King and the importance of living in harmony with nature. Hiroshi's stories spread far and wide, carried on the lips of storytellers and poets. Each retelling added to the legend, painting the samurai as a guardian chosen by the spirits to protect the delicate balance of the world. Along his journey, Hiroshi encountered villagers who had lost their way, exploiting forests and rivers for their own gain. With patience and wisdom, he reminded them of the Dragon King's warning, helping them reconnect with their ancestral respect for the natural world. As years passed, Hiroshi began to notice subtle changes in the lands he traveled. Rivers flowed clearer, forests grew denser, and wildlife thrived as the people embraced the harmony he preached. One day, Hiroshi returned to the village where his journey had begun. The once storm-ravaged land was now lush and vibrant, the people thriving under the protection of the Dragon King's benevolence. The villagers gathered to honor Hiroshi, presenting him with a hand-carved idol of the Dragon King as a token of their gratitude. Hiroshi, humbled, accepted it, vowing to carry it with him as a symbol of his bond with the spirit. Late that night, as Hiroshi rested by the ocean, the waves began to glow faintly. From the depths, the voice of the Dragon King emerged, thanking him for keeping humanity on the path of reverence and balance. Locked, Hiroshi gazed out at the shimmering sea, sensing the Dragon King's presence watching over the land. He knew their connection would endure, a silent pact sealed by the trials they had overcome together. His journey did not end there. Hiroshi felt a deeper calling to explore distant lands, spreading the wisdom he had gained to cultures unfamiliar with the Dragon King's tale. As he ventured into foreign kingdoms, Hiroshi discovered other spirits and guardians, each with their own struggles against humanity's encroachment. With humility and diplomacy, he served as a mediator, bridging the gap between the mortal and the divine. In one such land, Hiroshi faced a mighty spirit of the mountains, who had grown vengeful against miners desecrating its sacred caves. Drawing on his experience with the Dragon King, Hiroshi offered restitution and convinced the miners to respect the spirit's domain. Everywhere he went, Hiroshi left a legacy of unity and respect. Monuments were erected in his honor, not as a warrior, but as a peacemaker, who upheld the balance between humanity and nature. Though years passed, Hiroshi's strength and resolve never wavered. It was said that the Dragon King's blessing had extended his life, granting him the endurance needed to fulfill his mission. On the anniversary of his journey to the mountain shrine, Hiroshi returned to the place where he had first encountered the Dragon King. The shrine had transformed, radiating a serene beauty that mirrored the peace he had brought to the world. Kneeling once more before the shrine, Hirotoshi offered the Pearl of Tides, placing it back in its rightful home. He whispered a prayer of gratitude, acknowledging the guidance and trials that had shaped his path. The shrine glowed brilliantly, and for a moment, Hiroshi felt the presence of the Dragon King envelop him. It was as if the spirit was offering its final blessing, a silent acknowledgement of Hiroshi's unwavering dedication. As Hiroshi descended the mountain for the last time, he felt a profound sense of completion. His journey, though long and arduous, had fulfilled its purpose, leaving a legacy of harmony that would echo for generations. A sound from the depths. The tale of Hiroshi and the Dragon King became immortalized in songs and poems, a guiding myth for those who sought to understand the delicate balance between humanity and nature. It was said that on stormy nights, when the waves roared against the shore, the Dragon King's form could still be seen in the clouds, watching over the land with a calm yet vigilant gaze. Hiroshi's name became synonymous with honor and balance, his life a testament to the power of humility, bravery, and respect for the natural world. Though Hiroshi eventually disappeared into the annals of history, some say his spirit roams the earth, ensuring that the harmony he fought so hard to achieve endures forever.
you